Time for some brutal honesty. I'm struggling with getting into the studio lately, so I'm making this video to talk about it and what I'm trying to do to work through that. Do you ever go through the elaborate process of making a cup of coffee, of adding everything, the cream and the sugar, and making it just how you like it, and then you put it down somewhere and forget about it until you walk past it a few hours later? Like, which is more important, the making of the coffee or the drinking of the coffee? I know most people would say the drinking, but I can't tell you how many times I have made the coffee and then not gotten around to drinking it. So was the act of making it the most important part? Another ritual is getting dressed for the day. So, for example, when do you put your shoes on? This might be a trigger for the no shoes indoors friends. Do you do it as part of getting dressed for the day, like all together, getting dressed and put your shoes on right away? Or do you leave them off until you're just about to go outside? I know that people who don't like shoes inside the house won't like this, but as I'm getting dressed for the day, I put my shoes on and I find that my day gets going much faster. I have no excuses for not getting going and heading out. I feel like these things that I do every day, these rituals, support the day, the times when it's hard to get moving. Each ritual is there to get me going. Sometimes I've got this resistance to getting into the studio because the flow of making takes me away so thoroughly that the coming back is a really tough landing. It's such a nice place to be, don't get me wrong, that everything else goes away. But then I come back and I'm late to that appointment and the bathroom is dirty and the dishes haven't washed themselves. In addition to that, as my ceramic practice deepens, the time spent on each piece increases. It used to be all about just making to make. I gotta make things, I gotta make. The wonder of creating something, anything was the whole point. It was a period of the how to make. How can I make this or that? But now it's time to explore the why and how I relate to the pieces through ceramics. Sometimes I wish I had a guide through this. Should I have a guide? Anyhow, the ritual of showing up in the studio is really helping me right now. Even if all I can do is go out there and wipe down the surface and clean up and maybe wedge some of my reclaim and get my space ready to work. But now got my space cleaned up and I've got some clay wedged. Well, I'm already here, so why not make something? I put together a little list of different objects that I want to be working on making for those times when I'm out there and I'm not quite sure what to get going with. Today, what I picked from that list is to explore making plates. In theory, making plates is one of the easiest forms to make on a wheel. I mean, literally center the clay and then flatten it out. However, it's incredibly difficult to make them right. I'm always making them way too thin, which comes with a whole host of problems. Today, I've wedged a few different weights of clay, heavier than I would typically do. I'm hoping that these plates will finally not suck. And what makes for a plate that doesn't suck? Enough clay left on the bottom so that I can carve out a nice foot so I can get rid of clay once it's firmed up. Enough of a rim, kind of a chunkier rim, so that it doesn't easily chip when it's knocked about in the kitchen. And mainly just something that's a bit chunky to survive living in a kitchen, as plates do. I'm spending a little extra time on these plates. The first ones always take longer until you find the rhythm. Plus this rim needs to be just right. Just a little bit bulbous and not too flat or too lifted at the edge. Just a little rise. I'm making things. I've overcome the invisible obstacles inside my head, and I'm still trying to go easy on myself and be okay with working slow and not making a bunch of work all at once. I've just got to keep doing this and make a little bit more tomorrow and then again the next day. So tell me, what are you making right now? Please share in the comments. Also, let me know how you keep making when the making gets hard. Do you have any tips that you can share? Because I am all ears. All right, well, that's it for me this week, and I hope you go make something soon. All right, bye.